be presented as a way that is just facts alone. We need to have a narrative behind them. We need to know that facts and truth, they also have a backstory. There's a story behind each of it. And it has to be as competitive as the lie. It has to combat the lie and debunk not only by fact-checking, but also by having a story to tell with a taste and humor that is relatable to it. And that is the thing that we have to focus right now, because we know that truth is not enough. As my beloved friend had said also about this, that it's just not enough that we give out the truth to people without any given basis behind it. Because if just gonna receive it on the go, then they won't be able to find a way to relate to it.
Right, right. Thanks, Sir Pio. At being in relation nga dun sa sinabi niya, I'm sure tayo guys, at syempre si Sir Pio, no, medyo makikita mo kami, Sir Gab, dyan sa ASEAN Media Literacy Program. Kasi nga,
See you,
diba?
Sir Gab.
Diba? Oo, medyo network building tayo dito sa schoolmates. Kailangan engage tayong lahat. Kaya naman, dahil nga sinabi niyo rin, Sir Gab, na we have to be part of the solution, no? Or kumbaga, that the solution starts with us. Kung ba bibigyan kayo ng pagkakataon, no, ano ba ang inyong masasuggest na aksyon na dapat gawin ng ating gobyerno para matigil itong pagpapalaganap ng misguiding, misleading, whatever you call it, kind of news? So simulan muna natin kay Sir Gab.
Okay. Sige, it's a very healthy question, no? Because it's also very rich at the same time. I think a lot of people get confused as to who should be the primary actors and stakeholders in this conversation. Coming from the government, I believe na sana ang politicians mismo, hindi sila mag-a-announce ng mga fake news. For example, at the time of COVID-19, we have seen a lot of politicians who do not fact checks and claim that this is a cure to COVID, even if it was already debunked by the World Health Organization. So we'll start from there. Siguro as tayo, kung gusto natin maging change agents for our communities, let us champion truthful information only. And before tayo mag-influence ng ating mga communities, mga respective influences natin, sana i-fact check natin yung information natin by ourselves mismo. That way, we can be change agents in our community because we're actually fact-checking ourselves and we're championing the change that we would like to see in our respective areas. More than that, I also believe that the government should actually incentivize discussions between, NGO, media stakeholders, and even protect the safety of our press. I'm not saying that there is a difficult scenario right now. What I'm saying is that we have to incentivize investigative journalism, for example, or critical thinking, at least for the Department of Education, for example. We have to integrate media and information literacy curriculum. Kasi as a matter of fact, we're not radically implementing it. Right. And we have to make sure that critical thinking starts from the very beginning of, let's say, we introduce it at the primary level, integrate it radically in the secondary level, and make sure that the Department of Education and CHED have measures in place to actually check whether it is actually effective.
Agree.
We're doing the fact-checking literacy programs, and kapag naging member ka na ng society, you're adult already, you can unlock opportunities for yourselves. You're already ICT literate, you're media and information literate individual already. There's a lot of proactive measures the government can do, and I think it starts with championing fact-checking and media and information literacy within yourself first.
Right.
Thanks, Sir Gab. So, syempre, Sir Pio, bilang educator, no, at content creator, ano naman yung inyong masasuggest from the line rin naman ninyong mga content creators?
Yes, I think for us content creators, we have to also remind ourselves and also the people that we surround by. We can't just tell people to do their own research in a way, because we know that the majority of us maybe cannot spare the time to pay attention to things we follow. It's a very lengthy process, and in a way, there's a lot of people involved for that. So, because from the base level, we know that people will use the internet to research the issue, but many of them will also simply go with whatever biased opinion they have that is in front of them, and they will confirm it even more. And so, what I would suggest is for us to also solve it from within our friends, within our own families. We need to also remind them that maybe there are some habits that need to be changed. Maybe there are some biases that we need to kind of review all over again. My audience members, we also need to know that we are a contributor to society when we spread information. We because we know that technology just isn't the only factor, even if it is among the most highlighted, because there is a real growing threat of distrust towards the academe, towards educational institutions and scientific institutions. And it's very scary that that is also happening because of people who have given out information, but it's on a non-factual basis. So from that, we have the bottom-up structure to actually engage with people in their own micro-communities. So we may have people in government, we may have NGOs and student movements and creator groups, which I'm a part of, which I'm gladly and delightfully part of, to strengthen it. But we have to find the common ground. So I would say that there is a lack of active steps by currently in our society right now. But to help encourage it and address it is different because we are already starting. We are already the pioneers in